Is everyone working now? This Rumble didn't want to connect. It was, but I did something stupid, and that was my fault.
I was looking for the runway. Empty road is like an open. If I say they're gonna cast me down on me now. If the sun is turning on my side, like a vesper in the evening time, and the lips are gonna open wide, sunk in time. How could I know when the airflow would desert you? How can I crawl up to reach those heights? The venom is what keeps me alive. The venom is what keeps me alive. After the summer that
Okay, now everything's where it needs to be, and hopefully the rest of the stream will go as it needs to. Okay, back to DT. People moved the wrong stuff out of her room allegedly.
My stuff
Continue.
out the room. See, I would see if they didn't know. Then you would have an explanation for that. But when you call me while I'm out to ask me which bed was mine, I shouldn't come back here and see you to move the wrong stuff. The girl that was in the room with me was pregnant. And you can tell when you walk in the room which bed belonged to a pregnant girl, because she got pregnant stuff around the bed. Now, I've been sitting here all this time waiting because I just had to walk. It's snowing, blizzard snowing out there. I just had to walk from the bus line all the way down here because over in this area, the particular bus don't run all day like it should. It got a particular cutoff time over here. So I just had to take a different route and walk all the way down here. I'm tired. My feet cold. It's wet. And I can't go in there and lay down because I'm still sitting up front waiting on the supervisor to come explain to me how you took the wrong stuff out the room. After they called me to verify.
Some of me watching her most recent videos, which we're gonna get to, I wonder if she's been kicked out. And that's why she's so desperately trying to get a bank account and all this other stuff.
Which bed was mine? It don't make no sense. And I'm still sitting here. Ain't nobody came up here yet. Why did they move my stuff out the room? If you call somebody and ask which bed is yours, you shouldn't even had to ask. You could tell which bed belonged to the pregnant girl when you walk in there, unless you blind. Now I'm sitting up here waiting for somebody to explain this mishap. While I'm sitting up here, can't go lay down after just getting back here because I'm looking at my stuff sitting over here in a closet with a bunch of other people's stuff. And you called me to ask me which bed was mine. You have no excuse for taking the wrong stuff out the room. None whatsoever. There's no way they'll be able to explain that at all. So now I'm still sitting here. No supervisors came up here, and I wonder how long I'm going to have to sit here before they come up here. It don't make any sense. How do you do stuff like that? Don't call me and ask something, and then you go do something totally different.
They probably want you out. That's why they would. To me, you would call and ask someone which room is yours to remove stuff so you can put it out. And the people who she's in front of, they're not the people to tell her to get out. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Don't make no sense. Call me twice today. 2 missed calls. I told him my phone don't operate unless I'm near Wi-Fi. I get around Wi-Fi. Okay, I find out it's this place and call me. Okay, you finna move the girl stuff. You didn't move the girl stuff. You moved my stuff. You can't say it was an honest mistake because I told you what bed it was. So you can't say none of that. How did you move my stuff? And why am I still sitting up here this long waiting for somebody to tell me why my stuff is sitting up here in the closet? I don't know. See, this is the stuff you deal with here in the shelters. They move your stuff around and then inconvenience you. I'm already inconvenienced because I'm in the shelter. Now they came here and moved my stuff around. I don't know if they've been in my bag, looked in my bags. I got on new pants. These new pants is damaged now. And I'm going to show you. I only wore these pants 3 times.
Yes, I sped it up. Anyway, because she talks... I mean, she doesn't talk slow, but she gets to her point slowly.
They're brand new. All of a sudden, I got a spot in the knee after my stuff been over here. So now I'm going to pull all my stuff out of my bag and check the rest of my clothes. These are brand new pants. I've only worn them 3 times. Today is the 3rd time.
And this is probably the reason her bank account... She lost her 5th bank account. Because she would... And we wondered how she was buying all this stuff. Because she just spends and spends and spends. And has poor money management due to her illness that she refuses to face and acknowledge that she has. So she got kicked out of her 5th bank.
I want you to look at this spot on the knee. Somebody rubbed the material off of it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell it. Hold on.
Those are cheap pants, DT.
See? Look what they done. Somebody rubbed that off of there. These is brand new pants. I'm still here waiting on the supervisor to explain to me why I can't go lay down.
And you're not supposed to be recording in there. Either. We don't need to know about your life this badly. We really don't. Anyway. Going to the next video. Here's the funny one. It had me laughing in fits. It was so hilarious. I don't know what her problem with saying underwear is, but
I got my stuff back. They made a terrible mistake. They came in here and moved all my stuff out of here, but they didn't move all my stuff out of here. They did take the blanket, but they put it all in another bag. Then I got my get in the room. They left my linen on the bed that I had, but left my pajamas. I had a pair of pajamas up under what I was using for a pillowcase. And this is the messed up part. This the messed up part. See, this I don't like people now. They done had their hands on my blanket. Then I had their hands on my towel and my face rag and my belongings. Then they end up. I keep my stuff I use for the shower in a separate bag. My little Dave Chappelle bag. Here we go. Right here. I keep my stuff in my Dave Chappelle bag for when I had income and I was able to go do stuff. I seen Dave Chappelle at the Fox, so I kept the bag. So this is why I keep all my stuff to go in the shower. Make it convenient. I just grab the bag. But being in the shelter, you got to wash your clothes best you can.
I also don't understand her aversion to saying the word job. It's always income. People have a job that gives them income. I don't know. It's just weird.
So I wash my underwear in the sink. And I come out here and hang it on my suitcase with that bag, and I was draping it across the bag so they can dry. Dana came in here and touched my wet drawers. I couldn't find my drawers. So I said, before I go up there complaining that I can't find my drawers missing, let me go through the bag. And I shook the blanket out. I got my blanket back. This blanket was given to me by somebody. I got my blanket back, and I go through the bag. I find my towel. You done had your hands on my wet stuff. Hopefully they wore their gloves when they came in here moving my stuff. But my wet drawers was draped across the top of the Chappelle bag, and I had it on the back of the suitcase so it could air dry. Because that's the only way, you got to keep your drawers clean. They do it on the truck. You wash your drawers out, hang them up, be dry overnight. Change up. So that's what I did. Now, I'm going to come in here. I can't find my drawers. I had my drawers draped over the bag. I look at my Dave Chappelle bag. My drawers ain't in there. Now, I said, let me look at my suitcase. I didn't see it. Then I unzipped the suitcase where my clothes is. They done stuffed my wet drawers down in the corner of the suitcase. You done had your hands on my drawers.
I'm sorry. It's just hilarious. She's probably said the word drawers 30 times in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. What is wrong with just saying underpants or underwear?
Touch my wet drawers. Now you done looked at my drawers, seen the seat of my drawers, seen my drawers is raggedy as hell. Now you done touch my drawers. And you done put my drawers in my suitcase tan up. You done unzipped my suitcase to stuff my drawers in the suitcase. Why didn't you just put them in a Dave Chappelle bag where they was hanging on there? Now you done seen my drawers. I don't need nobody seeing my drawers. I'm in the shelter. I ain't bought no new drawers. And these was new drawers, but I done wore these so long they don't look like new drawers no more.
But we can buy all these fancy things. This black top is new. We can buy all these other fancy things, but can't buy new underpants. And a pack of underwear is probably like, what, $12, $13?
Now you done touched my drawers. I got a problem. You done touched my blanket. You done touched my towel, my wet face rag. You done touched my belongings, and I wasn't here. And now you done touched my drawers. My drawers wasn't even dry. My drawers wasn't dry, and you done put them in my suitcase with my dry clothes. You done touched my drawers. You done seen the seat of my drawers. You done seen how big my drawers is. You done touched my drawers. Now we got a problem. It's dirty trucking. Living this shelter life. It's time to get up out of here. It's time for a place. It's time for a car. It's time to get my life back. They done touched my drawers. They done seen my drawers. They done seen how big my drawers is. They done seen the seat of my drawers ain't white no more. It's dingy. You seen my drawers. It's dirty trucking. I got to get up out of here.
Anyway, all this inconvenience would compel me to get a job, but apparently not this silly woman.
Trucking out here on the streets of Detroit. Oh man, in these shelters, I'm down to one pair of shoes. Because the boots I bought, see, when you buy cheap, you get what you pay for. The fucking boots tore up. So I bought the last pair of boots from Rainbow, and the sole of them, they were about maybe that thick. I didn't think they would split like that, and they could, sustain walking and all that. But they end up splitting straight across. So now I'm sitting up here using some Gorilla Glue.
Because Rainbow doesn't have boots for winter. You could have gone to Walmart and got you a decent pair. Like Walmart shoes, I bought non-slip shoes for like when you work in the restaurants and stuff. I wear them at beauty school too. They're good. Like you don't have to go expensive or go to an expensive store to get good stuff.
To fix the sole. It held for a little bit, then it split again. It held again. I glued them back, held. But see, when they moved me to the new center, the last center I was at, wouldn't even give no garbage bag so I could empty the stuff out of my tote into a garbage bag because I couldn't have, my suitcase just had no more room. My suitcase is busting open. They wouldn't even get no garbage bags, so I ended up having to throw those boots in the garbage. But they needed to go anyway because the sole was split. So I just went up there, simply 10. Shit, $10. You talking about don't be spending your money and all this other shit, but you get what you pay for when you buy this cheap shit. So I just went to Simply 10s, and I bought these because they were comfortable, they warm. I'm gonna let you see it. Now I just bought these maybe 2 hours ago. They short. I really needed a long pair to come up the leg. But look at this one. Look at it. You see that shit?
That didn't happen in 2 hours. You bought it like that.
Look at it. Look at the shoe. I just bought these 2 hours ago. All I did was walk from the store I bought them for with them on to the bus stop, went downtown, grabbed something to eat, and I've been sitting down. Look at these fucking shoes. And the side of it makes you think that it's stitched, that it's sewn in by thread. This shit ain't shown. Look at these shoes. I just bought these. See, this is what you get buying cheap. Trying to survive a shelter. They caused a worse problem.
And again, a good reason to go get a job. But the only job she wants to do is Uber, and they're not going to let that woman back.
And the problem I already had. Now I got to put my gym shoes back on. I only have one pair of shoes. That's it. And it's snow out here now. I don't have any boots. I had to go buy some more boots. But you're buying these disposable shoes and boots now because they're making them so cheap and they poorly made. and we're running in there buying this $10 shoe shit, and this what you get. Look at this. I just bought these. I'm sitting on the bag. Simply 10. I just bought these. Let me see if what the fuck? Now I gotta put my gym shoes back on. See how much these shoes, I think they was like $12.99. No, these shoes, the shoes was $10.99. $10.99. Luckily, I still had my damn gym shoes. Now, I gotta waste my time tomorrow out here in the cold, catching the bus, back up there to take the shoes back. Cause I'm not.
What do you mean wasting your time? You've nothing but time. You don't work. You choose not to work.
Going today. I'm going in. I'm tired. The last bus to get me where I need to get to without walking the streets all over the place because my leg still hurts and it's this XX walking. I need a car. That's another reason I was in the car. I can't be doing all this fucking walking because I got a damaged knee that was damaged back when I was in my early age. Falling on my knees in my 20s. My knee is damaged and it's hurting and it's painful. And I don't need to be out here walking. I need a car. So I'm out here trying to survive. You can't survive eating because it costs too much. Today for lunch, they had bean soup. I thought it was going to be good. It looked good with cornbread. I asked was cornbread sweet. Wasn't sweet. But the middle of the cornbread didn't look right. You know, the middle of the cornbread is supposed to be yellow, not a darkish yellow color. But I nibbled at it. It tastes pretty good. I don't know what kind of ingredients they use. I don't know. It might have been some vegan cornbread. I don't know. Then I taste the bean soup. The bean soup looked good. I'm just finna eat this, and immediately, first sip, had to throw it away. Too damn spicy. Waste of food. I can't eat that spice. Everybody can't eat that. They serving stuff there that, you know, not everybody can eat. I don't eat spice. And that would have been the best thing for me. And it would save me having to go spend money to go eat somewhere else. You had to serve that spicy shit. Soup is good for you. But if you make it too spicy, I can't eat it. So now, you made matters worse. Now, if you think you can go in a shelter and not spend money, you mistaken. Because them people in there are trying to survive. They taking they little change they getting, buying food at the one was in the refrigerator. That was the only thing saving me when I can go to the grocery store and put stuff in the refrigerator. It stopped me from having to come out here and try to find breakfast everywhere. Because I was going buying the box little croissants and all that shit. The shit I
That's a lie. You were going to McDonald's every day.
eat at McDonald's. So now I'm back out here spending money. Now I'm in a location where you got to get Ubers. I just for the GP wanted to see how much Uber was to get me from downtown back to where I was supposed to be at. Now to get me from there downtown on a regular day, it was only like $13 or something. Now to get me back there, it's $20. See, when the snow hit, they upped the price. Uber, they charge too much. Rideshare, it's a good idea, but you're charging an arm and a leg. I can't give you all that money. And yesterday, when I didn't get the bus yesterday to get back where I had to go, caused my leg to end up painfully hurting, but it started hurting sitting down at the transit center. I ain't been doing all that walking, but then again, I don't know what all this walking doing, or evidently something happened to my leg. And it still kind of hurt. Now I done went up here and bought these shoes because they fluffy and they furry, and I thought this was the best thing. Get these damn shoes. And I'm not.
Those are like boots for when you just want to be cute and stylish. Like it's not that you're not doing a whole lot of walking, or if you're walking in the mall or something, or you're walking from your car into Target or something like that. This is not winter boots. This is I want to be cute boots.
I'm buying no shoes to be gluing. And I'm sick of this. Look at this. Now, either I got to go dig out the glue I had, the Gorilla Glue, and see if I can fix them, or take them back, and then I'll be without boots because I'm not buying another pair. If this pair did this, this is all they had left. This is all they had left for the boots that I really wanted to wear. They poorly made. The soles fall off. The soles are not solid. If you step on a rock, it's going to punch a hole through the soles. All that. They making these boots, the sole. The problem is the insole and the sole of these boots. The outside of the boots be wonderful. The fur and all that looks good, look nice. The soles can't stand up. Other boots I paid $25 for. And I think 3 weeks in, they was tore up. 3 weeks in, they was tore up. I couldn't get a whole winter out of them. 3 weeks in, they were tore up. They know how to make the money. They make this poorly made shoes that they know everybody gonna buy because they look stylish, and the sole get fucked up.
And that's a lie because not everybody is like you. Yes, my boots. I picked my winter boots. Yeah, they look cute, but they're not like fashion boots. I didn't have to get them in a specific color. They're black with fur on them. But I made sure that I wanted ones that zip up. And I got some because I don't like having to jam your foot in when you're like going out and about and everything. I'll wear like those Uggs in the house or just to walk to the mailbox or something, but not, you get the point. Anyway, like Ugg boots are cute and stylish. You don't wear Ugg boots in the actual winter, snow, or to be walking in. That's for like home, and you have to go out real quick to walk your dog around, and then you're going to be right back. Like that's not for serious. Or you're going to you hop in your car and go to the mall or go to the store or something. It's not for actual walking like you need to be doing.
And they know if you like the shoe, you're gonna go buy another pair. But I'm not buying another pair of these. Look at this. I don't do this shit. Now you really got me looking like I'm fucking homeless with this shit. I look like I'm a real, though I am homeless, but damn, this made me look like a real one. Look at this. Look, I just bought these shoes 2 hours ago. What in the world? This dirty trucking out here trying to make my way in, take these raggedy shoes back tomorrow. I'm not gluing nothing. Just give my money back.
Okay. Next, I'm just trying to get it all cut up with DT, and then we'll move on to the goblin.
Dirty trucking. Just got a couple questions for the individuals who are responsible for putting me in this situation, and I just want to know how am I supposed to get out of this?
Get a job like everybody else.
You done took me so far back.
And she probably could earn a trade. Like well, we know that she was right next to a job source place and she refuses to go. So
In my life, I'm back at a shelter. Lost my apartment. Don't have a vehicle. I'm walking. I had back pain. My leg was hurting. Ain't got no income. I ain't got nothing coming in to get me up out of here. So I got a couple questions for you. The first one is, how I'm gonna get a car? 2, where I'm gonna...
I want to ask this too. You think this desperation for a car and her allegedly not being able to get on the bus is because she's been thrown off the bus? Because we saw in her last video her screaming and yelling at somebody. She's not a nice person. So I wonder if she'd been kicked off the bus.
be staying at? Because I'm not staying in nothing raggedy. I was living downtown. And 3, how long is this process gonna take? Because you put me in this situation just like that.
And that's not true either. You had 5 months. 5 months to do something and you refused.
I've been in this situation since October 1st. That's a long damn time. For something you did to me that took effect just like that. So I want to know, to the individuals that put me in this situation, how long is it going to take for you to get me back? Back to my status, back to my life, back to how I was living, back to how I want to live. I don't want to live where you want me to live. I want to live where I want to live. I don't want to drive a vehicle you want me to have. I want to drive the vehicle I want to have. I don't want the amount of money you want me to have. I want the amount of money I'm supposed and deserve to have for all this hell you done put me through. You done everything in your power, year after year, to break me. You done financially ruined me. You done everything. That was your target. You done affected me on jobs. You done financially ruined me. Now I'm in the shelter. They passing me along from shelter to shelter. What's the plan, man? Man, lady, who was involved in this? What's your plan? I want to know. Tell me, what's the plan that y'all finna come up to get me up out this situation? I've been in here too long. I wasn't supposed to be in this long. Or was I supposed to be in this long? I don't know. You tell me, because you did this to me. Tell me when I'm going to get back on my feet, because you the one knocked me off my feet. If you had left me alone, I was doing good. I had the debt I had. Now I got that debt and the debt you done caused after all this. How am I get back? Tell me. While y'all sitting up there plotting and thinking of what else you can do to ruin me. How am I get out of this? What's the plan? See, back in the day when I'm in between jobs or lose a job, okay, I know I'm going to get another one. I'm not at this status no more. I'm 55. Every year you keep doing this, it get worse and worse. When is it going to stop? When is it gonna stop? You done something to me, playing your little fucking little game, and I end up in the shelter.
Well, ladies
When am
and
I gonna get out?
gentlemen, it is
I
time.
feel like I'm in jail.
Okay, and yes, I noticed too late that spell check ruined something, but oh well. I know how to spell. Spell check likes to pretend I don't.
Why am I asking y'all when I'm getting out of here? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. I'm speaking to the people who did this to me. When am I gonna get a car? I want a car. I want my apartment or a house. I want nice significant income, and I need you to straighten out these problems you call me. And you know what them problems is. I need money. Get rid of this debt. You understand me? When you gonna take care of that? You know, just let me know. Get back with me. This dirty truck. Sitting up here in the shelter, waiting for y'all to come up with y'all little plan to get me out. Because the world has seen what you done done to me. Come on now. Hurry up. Chop, chop. It's 2026. I was in here in 25. What's taking you so long? Because you messed me up. Just like that.
Okay. Next. We're getting close to the end, so. Of DT anyway. There's only one more video. Shush. One more video after this one, where she keeps complaining about her bank account. No one's gonna give you nothing.
Hey, this dirty trucking. I'm trying to reestablish myself to try to get back to work. So I already knew it was gonna be some challenges because this guy hit the car. He left me with debt from that apartment. I lost my bank account, lost the car, lost all my property, lost my housing, lost.
Well, dang, I'll be darned. I actually did spell freshness correctly. So, anyway.
My income, lost a lot. So I'm trying to take steps to reestablish myself. You know, I'm just trying to move forward here. You know, I'm trying to make shit happen because ain't nobody else making it happen. So my first challenge, my challenge here that I have is a bank account. I can't get a bank account because of this guy. I just attempted to get a bank account with Capital One, you know, to get me a debit card because trying to get back to work, I'm gonna need like a debit card. So a real debit card. So I applied for Capital One, which is a digital bank. Hang out at their cafe all the time here in Detroit, use the Wi-Fi. So I attempted to apply there. Why? I don't know. I used to have challenges with them before. Had some issues getting a little Visa card. Like I said, it's little employment stuff. It's caused a lot of damage, trailer damage. So I tried to apply and got denied. The denial letter said I scored a 670 something, talking about I'm high risk. And this is because the guy who hit the damn car. I lost my bank.
That's not true. You were, let's see, you owe Uber owed, let's put it that way, $6,000 and something for not paying for the rental. This is all before the wreck, because she wants to keep saying, oh, it's because of the car accident that I owe all this. No. And she wouldn't have owed anything if she just paid for the insurance, which she chose not to do. Anyway, she owes rent. I think that was almost or was $5,000. So that's let's just say for laughs and giggles, $12,000 right there. She owes the IRS because she wasn't paying taxes a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. More than 1,000. It's thousands. Okay. And she owes because something to do with trucking, where trucking rental. She didn't pay for that. And that was years ago. So her credit is shot. It has nothing to do with the recent accident.
Bank account. When I lost the bank account, it was overdrawn and it went on the credit. So now I'm high risk. I can't even get a bank account with a real debit card. And at this point, I'm fed up. So at this point, I'm trying to find out what can I do to reestablish myself to get a bank account. They're talking about the second chance program. Second chances? I didn't fuck this chance up. This guy cost me my income. And Hertz Rental Car sent a payment into that account after I had lost my income. And I had to notify that bank that I lost my income and I'm now in a shelter and they charged it off. The last bank
Yeah, because you owed them. And I said, if you didn't catch it, I'll say it again. This is the 5th bank account she's lost. So all the money she's owed banks, I didn't even put it in that. She probably owes like $50,000. It has nothing to do. It's before even hinting toward a car accident. And for some reason, well, you have to have money to pay a lawyer to file bankruptcy. She needs to do that because she's never going to get out of that hole. That's what I would do if I was her. If I was just this fucked, I'm filing bankruptcy and getting a rep payee because she cannot manage money. And that's not me saying that to be mean or make fun of somebody. Some people can't do that, and that's fine. She needs that.
They owe them $315. It's always a trail of debt from bank to bank with Hertz Rental Car name on it. And here we go again. So I called Capital One to find out what this high risk is. So, because I was able to establish a bank account. So I'm like, what is this high risk? See, when people know in advance your situation, they start denying you for stuff when they shouldn't be denying you. Knowing I'm in a shelter, knowing where my address is, knowing that I don't have any income, they know of this already. And they're not going to act like they don't know this shit. Like I told you, it's somehow that these people know every fucking thing I'm doing. So they already have advanced knowledge when I'm getting ready to contact.
Maybe it's because you put everything on the internet. And you keep saying that, and you keep putting stuff on the internet.
Yeah. And I'm getting denied for a simple bank account. You're telling me to apply for a second chance like I fuck.
Because the accident didn't cause you to not pay. The accident didn't cause you to be overdrawn with 5 different banks. That's the long and the short of it. No bank is going to want to deal with someone who cannot handle their finances to the point you're now owing them. And I remember one of her bank accounts, she owed thousands to them. Banks don't look kindly on being owed money. They're called banks.
This up. I didn't fuck this up. And let me tell you a story about Huntington Bank. You know that money they stole from me? I had established a new bank account, which is the newest one that was charged off because of this guy who hit the car. I went from Huntington Bank to this new bank. Now, I had already established this new bank, had established the payments for the rental car with the new bank, and they had been getting the payments for the rental car out the new bank. Tell me why a payment popped up on my Huntington Bank account, which was closed, and they put it on the account. To where now I owe Huntington Bank $500 and something. How did a payment for a car that was paid for out the new bank end up on Huntington's bank account? And they did it once before. I had made a car payment, and then the payment popped up on Huntington Bank. And then it disappeared. And I checked the new bank, the payment shows coming out the new bank. How did it pop up, and how did they still have access to Huntington Bank? You got crimes being committed here and games being played using my bank account and the stuff I'm making and paying for, making purchases with, or having to make weekly payments for or monthly payments for. They are committing crimes, and they've been stealing my money this way. Huntington Bank allowed a payment from Hertz Rental Car to come in when Hertz had no access to the account because the account was closed and the new card had been established. And the car had been paid for. That's how they were stealing money from me. They were getting additional payments. That's how I didn't have any money, which led to me not being able to pay my rent On top of them reducing my 5-star, and I wasn't making what I was making before. I used to be balling when I got to Uber. I lost my apartment working for them. I lost my apartment after this guy hit the car. I had a chance to save it, but I had a bigger chance to get somewhere else, move somewhere else before I lost my apartment. He took all those chances away from me. This guy that hit the car has caused me nothing but problems. I can't even establish a simple ass bank account with Capital One. But Capital One used to always play games with me back in the day when I used to get their little Visa card. I had the same little shit going on back then. Get on these jobs, something happened on the jobs. Now I done got Visa cards and shit, can't make the payments and shit and stuff going on. But my last card, I was able to do.
Because you just put everything on credit. A Visa card, I mean, yes, Visa can, like, debit cards can go, like, whatever. Visa, like, is the company they use to make the card or whatever it is. But anyway, a Visa card is a credit card. You can't just put everything on a credit card. You can't.
Do right. I paid it off. So I called Capital One. Can you explain to me what this is? They can't look up the application. This guy asked me my full social security number over the phone. I give it to him. He can't find the application. He said he don't see it. Then he needs to send a code to my phone to verify who I am. The social security number verified me. How is sending a code to my phone verifying me? How is that verifying me?
It verifies that you, like, if I'm a scammer and I, like, all our information is on the dark web. So I could buy somebody's social security number and tell that to a credit card company. So according to DT, they should just accept it and give me all of you guys' credit card information and allow me to rack up debt because I know your social security number that I purchased off the dark web. Them sending a code confirms it's you. You are the actual person they're speaking to. Because if I'm doing foolery and you suddenly, whoever's listening to this, suddenly gets a ding to their phone, a code to their phone, they're going to call up there and be like, why did I suddenly get a code to my phone? I never spoke to you guys. I don't even have a credit card through this company. Then they're going to stop whatever I'm doing, the crime that I'm doing, the fraud, and I'm going to be in trouble. That's why, DT.
How is verifying a phone number that I put on the account, verifying me? Huh? I thought the social security number trumped a phone number. But I got denied. So, all y'all talking about, get a job and all this. Yeah. This guy's caused me some damage.
She's blocked me, by the way, again.
and some problems. There's going to be a challenge to fucking fix. I can't even get a simple ass bank account. And I shouldn't have to take a second chance bank account because I'm not the ones that fucked up the bank account in the first place. It was them stealing my money.
Nobody stole your money. You don't pay your bills and then you just go on spending sprees. Now I think a lot of your issue is alcohol. And before that, it was gambling. And you mentioned gambling in this video or the next video. You have issues. You have some type of mental health issue. And that's not to be funny. That's what the doctor said. So fuck me. Fuck us. The doctors with credentials have told you this. And you didn't like those answers. 20 years ago. You didn't like those answers. But if you had listened to those doctors, you would not have been in the mess you are in now. Your son has issues. He learned from you. Nobody really wants to live like that. That's not a life. It's not a life to hope that the credit card doesn't get shut off, or hope the lights stay on, or hope that you're not thrown out tomorrow of your apartment, or that the bank. I hope the bank doesn't come and repossess my, or not repossess, foreclose on me. That's not a life. It's not a life. It just isn't.
Money and me giving access to the motherfuckers who was stealing from me. They caused this. Now I gotta look for low rated accounts or some type of poverty handout account. If I'm on good behavior for 6 to 12 months, then I can graduate back to my status.
And you can see it in her eyes. This is, in my opinion, I don't know, but this is drinking. This is alcohol eyes, allegedly.
I didn't put
And how are we getting that if we're homeless and we don't have any income? This is what these mentally ill enablers are enabling, thinking they're doing something. You're giving a drunk a drink. That's enabling. That's not helpful.
myself in this status. You see what happens when you go around messing up people's livelihoods? Do you see what happens? It ain't that easy to get back on your feet when they done fucked you up. Now you see what's happening. I'm trying to get back on my feet to reestablish myself. I can't even get a goddamn real debit card and a real bank account. This dirty truck. Peace out.
Anyway. And really, someone with a mental health issue, stop giving your money to this woman. She doesn't know how to help herself. And it's not me being mean. That's not me being even judgmental. It is what it is. You're making it, when people with mental health issues start on number one, they're on substances, especially if it's bipolar, schizophrenia, those types of things, mood disorders, whatever. It makes the matter worse. And they get on it to self-medicate. You're not helping her. You're not. You're not teaching the trolls. You're not owning you're not doing any of that. You're hurting the person you think you're helping.
It's dirty trucking out here on the streets of Detroit. It's so cold out here today. The water that is spilling out of my water cup had turned to ice, and it had spilled on my shawl. I don't know if you can see it. That's ice. There's water droplets that feel spilled from my water cup. That's how cold it is. That's how cold it is out here today. So this is an update on my next task to try to reestablish a bank account. And because of this guy that hit the car, oops, sorry about that. So call and put my gloves back on. I'm having difficulty establishing a bank account. So today, I just left Flagstar Bank here in Detroit on Woodward here, and I went in there and tried to establish a bank account. But because of my last bank got charged off because it was overdrawn $300 something, so they had to charge it off. I had to tell them this fucked up story about I'm homeless now because of this auto accident and all this, lost my income, all this nonsense because of some man that hit the car. So I can't get a bank account now. So it's too many. My score, and they keep accenting on this damn score. They doing the same shit that shelter did. The shelter scored me so low that I couldn't get assistance. Now this bank keeps pulling up some damn score. Now, Capital One said I scored a 670 something as high risk, and now Flagstar just scored me as 500 and something with all this shit on here, and I couldn't afford to lose my last bank account because you already knew I was in the negative from Huntington Bank because of Hertz rental car, and the same shit was going on with Chase Bank
because you weren't paying for your rental. That's why it's probably in the 7,000s now.
Right. Now Chase Bank and Huntington Bank, I got messed up dealing with Hertz rental car. Now I looked up and was able to get my next bank, and this guy just cost me my bank account. So, and now I can't get a bank account. I can't get a real debit card. And if I try to rent another car or to do ride share if I can't just get a car. I'm going to need some sort of debit card. But now, because this has happened, I'm going to take this as a sign that, I don't know. I'm going to take this as a sign because, one, I'm looking at how they let this happen. I told Detroit police that Hertz Rental Car had some sort of money theft ring that was stealing money out of my account through additional payments. And it wasn't being caught. And I kept telling the bank that's what the fuck they were doing, until where I had to sit up and monitor my account to catch them doing it. So, when I caught them doing it, when I 100% was sure it was going on, it was after I had left Huntington Bank and went to the new bank and established the car payments on the new bank debit card. They had no reason to be accessing that account. But 2 times after I had been with the new bank, transaction.
And this is what she would do also. So this makes sense. She would realize she's messed up financially, close a bank account thinking that will stop something. So when you not realizing if you open an account, people know you're doing it. Just like if you file bankruptcy, the whoever you owe the money to can find out, oh, well, you're hiding this other money supply or these assets or these whatevers. We'll take that car or we'll take these monies, and they can take from your account. That's happened to people. So that's what happened to her, not in a bankruptcy situation, but once the banks or Uber found out, Hertz, because Hertz goes through Uber, found out she had a different money supply bank account, they just took from that account. And they have the right to do that. You can't just run away unless you declare bankruptcy, and that puts a stop on everything. People have a right to get their money back.
From Hertz Rental Car came into Huntington Bank. And then the first one disappeared off of there. Then they did it a second time. And this time it stayed on there. See, and if I pay that money that they stuck on there, I'm giving somebody a free payment. You making it look like I'm being irresponsible with my bank account, and all these problems started when I had that fucking Hertz Rental Car dealing with fucking Uber. So this is what this guy has caused me. He already cost me my phone service. Now he done cost me being able to get a bank account, and I'm still in the shelter. I don't have income, and I need a car, and I need a place. I'll find a way to get out of there. So, I don't know. I'm looking at things this way. So, hey, well, instead of me taking this, and I'm pissed off.
You're about to see her lovely personality.
But I need to look at how I arrived at this point. A level paper trail. How I arrived at this point with all this shit that was going on in my bank. I even went on there with one of the transactions that came up on my account and proved that they were getting how they was getting that an additional payment by not placing the payment from last week back over the account. I even put that on the account. Shut up, man. I'm talking to me on the phone. I'm doing a video.
What the guy said was everybody don't want to hear that. That's what he said. And then she makes up that he was trying to holler at her like she was attractive. He did not say that. I could hear a little bit of what he said. He said, everybody don't want to hear that. That was the last thing he said. And he's right. You're screaming in the middle of the street on the phone. And stop lying on these men that they all want you and people want you sexually. They don't. Stop. If you don't want people to talk to you when you're on a phone call, do it at home, but you can't. If you don't have to scream in the middle of the streets, that's what you're doing. And this is why Uber kept docking your pay, and that's the other thing that she said was everybody out to get her. No, or Uber was in this grand cahoots, and there was this grand cabal and conspiracy against her. No, she's rude, and people would rightfully complain. And Uber does what they do is they don't fire you because you're not an employee. They make it so hard, near impossible for you to make any type of meaningful money, and you get hardly any rides. And that's what people kept trying to tell her. I kept trying to tell her that, and she wouldn't listen. Anyway.
Damn, you all in my business. Ain't nobody listening to me but you. God damn, get on my business. Don't talk down sex. You done messed up my video. Hey, don't mess all up in my, you hear this? He all up in my video. I'm trying to prevent what's going on here.
You're screaming in the middle of the street, and he has a right to say. People have a right to talk to you, DT. People don't want to hear you scream about stuff people don't care about. We don't care about it. If the donations were that good, you wouldn't be in this situation. So people
He all up in
clearly don't care about you.
my video. Yeah, have a good day. Yeah, have a good day. Yeah, have a good day. Anyway, yeah, have a good day. Now, where was I at? Anyway, this dude done messed me up, so I'm looking at it this way. Okay, so how did we get to this point? He hit the damn car. I didn't do that. I was at a light, minding my own fucking business, and the light was this goddamn color. He hit the
At first you said it was yellow, but whatever.
car. So, he hit the car. Hertz wouldn't give me another car. And Uber done changed their 5-star policy that I had to maintain a 4.9 to get another car. And I already know I wasn't gonna get another car from Avis because I've been trying for years to get with Avis. So, how did we arrive at this point? A Hertz rental car. Everything that went wrong with me, my account, money theft, money coming out of it was Hertz rental car. So, now, you can let all this shit happen out here talking about they helping, we trying to help you. I hope every last one of them motherfuckers that said we trying to help you, see what the fuck you done. Cause don't nobody
We tried to help you. There were people, some guys even said in my chat one time, a group of people were offering to help you pay off your rent, and you blocked them. And after that, they just stopped trying to help you. You bite the hand, the helping hands. But then you come on here crying and complaining, and you getting at this dude when you're in the public square. You have no right to privacy in the public square. You're yelling and screaming in the streets.
Don't you helping them at all ever again. Your career in helping is over. Look what you've done. You took an able-bodied person who was working, trying to live the best life, the right life, had a little debt, but I had my own place, and I'm doing pretty good. You took a person from doing that to having a loss of income, back pain.
Yeah, we caused the back pain, which has nothing to do with her going out, eating McDonald's every day. Has nothing to do with her lifestyle of eating out every day. It's very high in calorie food. Has nothing to do with that. It's us. What did she say? Back pain. She was talking about. Let's go back because I can't remember. Because that annoyed me.
Place, and I'm doing pretty good. You took a person.
That was the part. She almost got thrown out of her last apartment. So, I guess that's pretty good according to her.
From doing that to having a loss of income, back pain, I'm in a shelter, can't even get a goddamn bank account, ain't got no income, and can't figure out how to get out this shelter. That's what they help do. This is how they help right here. And goddamn, this is how they help me here in the city of Detroit. This is the help they gave me. So, I done looked at how I arrived at this point. This wasn't my fault. Now, I owe all this money. You think that shit he didn't hit my credit? And you think they don't know that in advance? They got me going in there talking with specific people.
Juanita, your credit has been smashed to smithereens before that car accident. The fact that you were not paying your rent destroyed your credit before the car accident. Before that.
They already got specific people sitting at their fucking desk for me to talk to. And these people is not there to help assist me. Everybody should be able to get a damn bank account, no matter what their damn situation. We putting our money into your damn bank. That's what we doing.
You don't have any money in the bank account. What money, Juanita? What money? And then you cost the banks more than... Anyway.
You ain't giving me no damn money. We chose your bank to put our money into. I don't give a fuck what happened to me in other banks. But I see the trail of overdrafts the way they had the pay stuff that came in, and I wasn't able to get it clear because I lost my income. And Huntington Bank, that really needs to go to the state attorney general, what they did there, and explain how you let some fucking transactions come in after it was already overdrawn, and you let another transaction come in, and you had done it once before and then made the transaction disappear. So, like I said, I arrived at this point because some man hit the goddamn car. That's why I'm in this situation. So, all that help y'all talking around here, we trying to help you, you can squash that. You can shut that up, because I don't need the help. I ended up in a shelter. When a person needs help, they're going to ask you for the help. Don't volunteer your help. You weren't doing nothing but helping me into a poorhouse, and that's where the fuck I ended up at. Now you walking around here looking to see how I'm going to get out of it. Let me tell you something. I wished I ended up a millionaire right now. I wish I was a millionaire at that moment I walked in that.
Honey, you wouldn't stay that way for very long. You'd be like the people who win the lottery and then they lose it all in 6 months.
That damn bank, and I got denied for that bank account. And I'd have told them, look, I'm a millionaire. I was just looking for a bank account to open up around here. But since I got denied because of my past history, I don't need to put my money in here anyway. I wish I was a millionaire, but I can't undo what's been done. But I tried to stop what was being done before it ended up done. So I just left Flagstar Bank here in the city of Detroit. Once again, I'm getting fucked over. Can't get nothing going on. Then I got to have the dude come up here and get all of my conversations on my lawyer voice. You need to check your ass and walk the fuck on. Don't get in my damn conversation when I'm.
He has the right to say something because you're in the public. Go get a job and go in your apartment, and then you can scream all you want to. And then, really, you can't, because then you'll get noise complaints. And they'll kick you right out. You will never own a home. That's never going to happen. Unless you actually get some in-depth mental health.
Making a video. I'm making a damn video. My video ain't got nothing to do with you. He invited himself to my goddamn video. Then
You invited him into your video when you were screaming in the middle of the streets.
want to come talking about you look good. Man, get the fuck out of here with that look good shit.
He never said that, liar.
Take your motherfucking ass on and stop being in somebody's business. Don't tell somebody what the fuck to do. I'm making a goddamn video. I'm not letting everybody know your damn business. They already know my damn business. And I'm letting everybody know what you done knowing my damn business. This is a result of whatever it was they done to me to let everybody know my damn business. Banks know that it's all on computer now. So here's how I'm going to handle this situation. And this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm not going to be able to go back in the ride chair without having a valid bank account with a debit card, because you can't use no prepaid card, none of that. You can't use no Cash App card, no Chime, none of that. It has to be a real financial institution. But after Googling these financial institutions, I don't really want my money in these financial institutions, because Flagstar was the only one that came up in the city of Detroit that wasn't associated or had any prior history to slavery, profiting off of them or actually owning them. And come to find out, some banks that I was with.
And this is what threw me for a loop. What about slavery? Like, the people who have sweatshops like in India where they make you like clothes, like what slavery? Sex slavery? What slavery is she talking about? Like back in the day, banks wouldn't let black people bank at them. That's why we were hit by the Great Depression. We weren't affected by that. So what slaves is she talking about?
Were actually they were descendant, I guess it was hereditary, I guess this here slavery shit came.
She's making stuff up. She doesn't even know what she's talking about.
As
Some banker was a descendant of a slave owner. I'm sure there's a lot of those people walking around. But you're still trying to fight to put your money in your bank.
how I want to put this. You inherited past shit that went on with the owners that was affiliated with your bank before you became the bank of today.
So slave owners had bank accounts. Okay.
I'll put it that way. And so the majority of them had history. If you Google the banks here, Chase Bank, I don't think I Googled Huntington yet. All these banks here in Detroit, except Flagstar, that I Googled. Now I'm talking about actual banks. We ain't talking about anything. I'm talking about banks. Major banks had some sort of history with slavery. Either they had a history of previous people that's affiliated with the bank owning slaves, or you profited off the slaves in some manner.
How does a bank, were they giving out loans to bank owners, to slave owners? What does it even mean? I know I'm indulging this way too much.
And if that wasn't the issue, when I was Googling these banks, then who'd have thought you had to ask your bank if the bank CEO or personnel was involved in some fraudulent activity inside the bank? That came up with a couple of banks.
I've never ever thought to go to a bank and ask if their CEO was a slave owner.
The bank I just left. Google your bank and see what comes up. Just Google scandal of your bank. Just tell your bank name and go on Google and tell them to pull up the scandals with your bank. Your mouth gonna drop open. And then Google, was your bank owner of slave, part of the slave, profited off of own slave. Google that and see if your bank come up. See if it say yes. Your mouth gonna fall over. Because I'm just outdone that these banks, the prior history of these banks associated to slavery, owning slaves and then profiting off the slaves. One of the banks here, major bank.
Then why did you have your money in the bank? Why didn't you Google that before you just got mad at them because they wouldn't let you put your money in there? Silly goose.
Everybody knows some stars is banking at this damn bank. This goddamn bank owns slaves. So, they kind of would deter me. So, I like Flagstar because of their bank motto. They don't participate, they don't tolerate a lot of stuff, but they didn't come up as being affiliated with any slaves from far as what I've researched. Now, it may be something that Google didn't find, but that's why I went there. I said, well, I don't want, they don't tolerate slave labor and all that, corruption, none of that. I said, oh, goddamn, this is the bank I need to be at. Got a positive image. Excuse me. Positive image.
That was disgusting. Maybe this guy needs to come back and yell at you. We don't want to see this.
So, well, that was a bust. So, but here's the other thing that started coming up. Not only did when I put in scandals of banks, goddamn, who'd have think you got to check your bank to see if your personnel at the bank, or the CEO or chief, or the white collar workers at the damn bank is in some fraudulent activity and shit. Damn, my mouth fell open. And then on top of that, when it came up scandal, it was just a list of shit. Oh, now we got banks that's not the money laundering. They wasn't paying attention to the fucking money laundering and shit. And money laundering was going on at the goddamn bank. Oh, the goddamn. And then they got the banks that had known data breaches. The information wasn't protected. Like goddamn. So after absorbing.
Sorry, data breaches happen everywhere.
But all this, I'm not, I'm mad, but I'm not mad. But I'm pissed, but I can't. I'm like, the shit happened, and I can't undo what this guy has done. So I was already in a position where I was about to lose. Anyway, this guy just made it possible by hitting the goddamn car. So now I can't establish a bank account because of his dumb ass don't know how to stop when he see a fucking car with the brake lights on at a fucking red light. He don't know how to do that. And now he done caused all these problems for me. When I got that bank account, I looked up and got that bank account. Now, to get out of this, I'm going to have to go back and straighten out these overdrafts with these prior banks and it come off my credit. But I don't even know if that's going to be enough to give me a bank account because what happened at the apartment on there. They already know about the apartment. And they know, it ain't just because I'm saying it on these videos. They already know because they allowed the shit to happen here. You think these people don't know what's going on? You walking around in La La Land. You thinking they don't know what you do?
I'm looking up Flagstar Bank reviews. Flagstar Bank provides personal banking options such as checking and savings accounts, loans, mortgages, credit cards, investments, It's been operating since 1987, so why the hell would they have anything to do with slavery? Best saving, leave me alone. Sorry it popped up. Best savings account rates require a large balance. They don't have a very good reputation, so we'll see how this saga goes in the world of Juanita.
What you trying to profit on? These people already know. You need to catch up to what the fuck I'm trying to tell you. That's how I got messed up. So I just went to Flagstar. Now, yesterday was Capital One. Today was Flagstar. So Capital One was a digital bank. This was an actual bank. So at this point, there's no need of me trying to go to another bank to establish a bank account. So what's plan B? So maybe, I don't know, maybe this is God's way of telling me, well, you reported all this, you tried to stop this, they were stealing money from you, overdrawing your account, and thought you were supposed to pay this little theft money by them. See, that's how they was trying to get the money out of me. If I paid that money they were stealing from me and it made it look like it was an overdraft, if I go in there and pay that money, I'm paying them the money that they were stealing from me. And I'm not going to do that. You're not going to steal from me and think I'm moving the fool. And I'm sitting here looking at this goddamn shit. Rather the bank catching it or not. Now I know why the banks ain't catching it. Because the banks got some little shady ass shit going on their damn self. So, I'm going to take this as, maybe this is God's way telling me, fuck the banks. Don't put your money in no bank. Don't get any position far as employment or earning money where they're going to require you to have a bank. You know, fuck the banks. Because they're not trustworthy anyway.
No one will give you an account anyway. And God isn't telling you anything except go get some mental help.
Every bank I've been with, I've been stolen from, and you know that, because I made the videos about it. So, why go back to a bank? I'm not going to choose any other financial institution. Maybe I need to go old school. I mean, this is what y'all did. They did all this shit for. Okay, so you did all this shit for it to happen. Now it finally happened. You done put me in a position where I can't get shit now. I can't even establish a bank account because of this dumb motherfucker. And then I owe all this money that I got to pay to straighten out what this dude did just to get back to the original debt I had before he hit the goddamn car. I ain't got that kind of money, and they ain't give me that kind of money. They think I'm gonna go around here wasting my time trying to guess a lottery, play the lottery, look for the Powerball and make a million when they been ripping motherfuckers off of that and rigging that shit for somebody else to win. I'm not doing that shit. I work for a living. Everything I've attained is because I work for a living. I didn't win no damn lottery, getting that goddamn shit. I work for a living. My job is not to play the goddamn lottery, guess a fucking number, or sit up there and waste my money trying to play the Powerball, knowing you picking and choosing who the fuck winning that goddamn shit anyway, and it ain't none of us here. None of us, because you've been letting them rig that shit to everybody else win, and people see that shit, but y'all want to talk about this ain't going on. And we see it going on. I'm not stupid. So, at this point, what's going to have to happen because of this, I'm going to have to find some way to earn my income and fuck the banks. I don't need your financial institution to house my money or for me to put my money in. So it's going to have to be fuck the banks because this is the position you put me in. I'm not going to try to get a bank account. This is what he did. So I'm not, there's no need to try to get another bank because these banks are crooked anyway. You know, made me look like I've been mismanaging my money. I've been sitting up here overdrawn, leaving a trail of overdrawn bank accounts when I told you who did the shit. That's what the law did around here. You tell them who doing this shit, but they making it look like you did the damn shit. I didn't do that damn shit. They were stealing from me, overdrawing my account, and you thought I was supposed to be stupid enough to pay this goddamn money because they overdrawed my damn account when I told you they were stealing from me. I'm not stupid. So, at this point, there's nothing I can do. So, I'm going to have to look for a job where I don't need to have a bank account. And that's the point you got me at. Fuck the bank. I'm not banking at no bank. I don't need to put no money in no bank because you won't let me have no money to put in the goddamn bank anyway. And you're always playing games with money in the damn bank. So, why put it in there if you're going to keep playing games? And I know you've been doing that. And then you've been using the banks to steal my money in the first place. So, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe this guy telling me.
Most people don't have problems with being overdrafted. And if they are, it's like $35, $50. Maybe 100 at the most extreme, but not thousands like you, or 500.
Leave the banks alone. I've been hearing they crooked for years. Crooked. So, I didn't do this. I tried. So, this guy is the reason why I'm out here dealing with this shit. He don't know how to put the foot on the fucking brake when he see a car stopped at a fucking red light and he rear ends a motherfucking car and fuck my life up. That's why I'm in this position. Now, you want to tell somebody be responsible, to be held accountable or take responsibility for what the fuck you did, well, you need to talk to him. I was stopped at the fucking red light and look at all this shit he done to me. This dirty truck and I'm out.
Okay. Well, I may be back for Goblin video